Hello and God bless you. This is Ellen Mongan. Do you just have a minute? I almost stumbled over my words. Wow. Stumbling over my words. At least that's not stumbling over my feet. I've had a broken toe for like 6 weeks. Fell on my foot. I tripped went into a hole, tripped up. How many have ever fallen and you can't get up? Have ever were man down? You had a trial so big you could barely crawl your way out of it. There's a scripture about a man named Joseph who found himself in a pit so big that all he needed was a helping hand, and he looked upon his brothers to help him out, but they were the ones that put him in it, so they weren't ready to reach out with love of Christ and let the man get out of the pit. But God had his way. God had his way. God actually reached down in Joseph's life and turned it all around. He went from the man in the pit to the man in the Pharaoh's house, to the man in jail, to the man who became the man right next to the Pharaoh. He was raised up because he humbled himself before the Lord, and it wasn't his fault he was in the pit in the first place. One of my children fell in a pit. They couldn't get out. What do people do? A lot of the children started to shoot him. Well, it's her fault. It's his fault. That's what they get. Not nice. I wrote letters like I do as a mom. That's my role as a mother, to write letters to my children so they all hear me at once. I said, when someone goes in a pit, you don't shoot them with arrows or words that hurt their heart. What you do is you reach out a loving hand and help them out of the pit. You support them. We stand by them. We're family. That's what I said. I say a lot of things. Sometimes my kids read the letters. Sometimes they don't. But writing letters is my way, because then they might shoot me in front of my face. At least I have the letter. They can sit and look at it and read it and think about it. I said to them at the end of the letter, I'll never forget this. I said, you may be the next person in the pit, and you want them to help you out. Oh, that happened. What happened? Sorry, I disappeared for a minute. Here I am. There's no magic wand in life. You can't just raise a magic wand and go like presto, change them out of the pit. No, you can't. So you may be the next one in the pit. Look around this world. Lots of people have fallen and they can't get up. They may be old people. We have my mom living with us. We're trying to support her our best I can, but she's pretty spry and she's doing really well. There's other people that are down in the pit. Some people are financially down. Lend a helping hand. Send cash. Give money. Write checks. There's other people that are down in the pit. Some people are, like say that we're starting school soon, says a child who's eating lunch all by themselves. There's a seat next to him, it's empty. I have an idea. Sit in the chair, befriend them. Everyone needs a friend now and then. Start the bench where the people sit and they go, if you don't have a friend, sit here, I'll talk to you. That's a friend in need. Friend indeed. What else can we think of that someone's in a pit? Someone's sick. They were sick and they've been sick a long time. At first people come through for you, or if your child dies, like my child did, they come through for you right away. And then all of a sudden you're found to be all alone. Can you go visit them? Can you make a call? Can you make a letter or card? Encourage them along the way? I shouldn't even be telling you this. This is stuff that moms teach their children, and you are adults, I hope, that are listening to me today. If you're an adult and you're walking by and you see someone man down, help them up. It could be your good deed for the day, or it could be the right thing to do. And if you're a Christian, I would say that's the only thing you can do. Today, if you hear his voice, harden not your heart. I'll tell you a little story and hope it stays with you. Are you ready? Because I read a letter today from someone that is, I'm going to say, a political person that we know that sent out some information. And I would say this: if you're the man down, we'll be praying for you. Always pray. If that's the least you can do, at least pray. Okay? And this is the story. And I hope you're listening today to all the people that are Christians or professing Christians or listen to my podcast. I never know who listens. I really don't care. I depend on God alone. I depend on him to put it out there. I depend on him to put it to the right hearts. Okay. There was a blind man selling pencils. He was blind. That means he could not see. But you, I hope, can see or hear or know the Lord. He could not see. 5 men were running to work. They see the man. The man drops his pencils. He can't pick them up. You see, he's blind. So they all are saying, we got to hurry up. We got to catch the bus. We're going to be late for work. Hurry up. We can't catch the bus. We're late for work. One man stopped. He said, I'm going to help pick up the pencils. You go ahead of me. He picked up all the pencils for the man. What did the man say to him? Well, he didn't look at him. He just paused and held his face, and he went, are you Jesus? Because you're the kindest man I've ever met. I'm so saddened by that story. I wrote that story to my children in a letter one time. I said, maybe we taught you to follow the Lord. Maybe some things we didn't teach about. I'll tell you this. Please be the guy that stops and picks up the pencils. I'm saddened by this time in our history that everyone is out to get each other and out to help each other out of the pit. I hope that if I fall in the pit, my family at least comes around and helps me out. I help them out. I'm sure they will. But I'm saying this, if you're the man down and you're the one that's lonely, cold, sick, poor, abused, persecuted, running out of luck or running out of prayer, you can't even pray for yourself, help them out. There's a man named Moses. He was a powerful man of God. You know what he did? He got tired. He got tired. He was trying so hard to follow the Lord, and he ran out of steam. What do I say? He ran out of steam. It means he ran out of energy. And so took one arm, Joshua took one arm, and Caleb took the other. And they held him up in prayer. That's the least you can do, because it means prayer is a big, big thing. But if your guy is man down, help the guy out. They need effort and prayer, not just prayer. Prayer is powerful. And if you have a hearing ear, listen, and maybe God's calling your name to do something. That's my second scripture story. So I've told you about Joseph, the man down. Was he guilty? No, he's innocent. Moses, the man down. What did he do wrong? He was human. He got tired. And lastly, I would tell you one more story. I've told you about the pencils. I feel like telling you one more story today. Have you ever been the man down? I was the man down. I had postpartum depression on my fourth child. By that time, I had 4 children in 8 years. I hadn't slept 1 week. I'd sleep like this because the baby would cry, and my babies, they cried a lot. And they cry, and I nursed them, and I couldn't get back to sleep, so I half slept and then half nursed, and half slept and half nursed. Many sisters came through for me. First of all, one named Karen. She counseled me with wise counsel. My friend named Sue. She babysat me at her house so I could tend to my young baby who was a couple months old and nurse the baby and eat something healthy. The sisters and Hallelujah surrounded me with prayer and love. And I was man down more than one time. I'm not man down that area ever again since I gave up. I had my last baby, my 8th one, who I told you about had died. But someone came and rallied around me with love and prayer. They rallied around me with comfort food, not to eat comfort food, but comfort and food and love and grace. They brought the grace of Jesus. Look around in this world. Look around in your home. Look around in your neighborhood. Look around in your country. Is there anybody you know who's man down? I've heard so many stories about teachers, right? Teachers of all things, where a child's failing. I love teachers. They do good work. The ones that have a heart of teacher heart. And they say the one kind word that makes that person come out of the pit. I remember the story with Kevin Levin. He is still a psychologist, and he writes for parenting, marriaging, and parenting, and that's one of my fields. And he said one teacher had said, Kevin, you're failing this. And I have belief in you. I hope in you. I know you're going to do fine. And take the time. Take the time today. First of all, take the time in prayer. I didn't mean to say prayer is nothing. Prayer is everything. But you have to be a listening ear to do what he tells you. If you just pray and then go away, you're looking at the mirror, and when I leave this mirror in my face, I'm going to forget what I look like. I'm going to put my lipstick's half off. My blush's not running in because I wanted to get some other things done before I went on air today. Okay, so I'm going to finish off with this. Today, if you hear his voice, harden not your heart. If you're doing a role in life, do it with all your heart. But you see a man down, and you got to get to work. But you happen to see the blind guy dropped his pencils. For heaven's sakes, the least you do is say a little prayer, Lord, help me get to work on time, and then go help the blind man pick up his pencils. It seems like a simple lesson. I've written it so many places. I don't even know who wrote this story. I know it wasn't me, but I'm not blind. I'm 2200 vision. That's pretty blind, but I work on text. So if you hear his voice today, harden not his heart. Look for who can help. Are you blind? Are you deaf? Are you dumb? Do you hear the Lord's voice? For heaven's sakes, do what he tells you. Today, if you hear his voice, I'm going to go off the air now for sure. Harden not your heart. Tomorrow we have Jennifer, let's see, we have Emily Jeminette and Jane Ann Baumreck, two of my favorites, on the show, co-hosting with me on Go Tell the World. I'm going to go tell the world. How about you? That's it. Tomorrow, you'll see us on air. Have a good day. See, I didn't leave when I said. Thanks for stopping in. Take a minute to serve the Lord. Take a minute to hear the Lord. Take a minute to pray for others who are in the pit.